Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jared at 3C's Recreation. I'm excited to bring this video to you. This is an ATV tech video. It's one that's well overdue. Usually when customers call midsummer and they say their ATV is overheated, my mind immediately goes to what this ATV has for an issue. So let's jump into it and we'll go from there. You can look in here and you can see that the radiator is 100% plugged. And what I mean by that is there's zero airflow going through this whole radiator. So yes, the front of the radiator is clean, and that's fine, but if air can't go through it, that means you're getting zero cooling. And you can just see every little fin that is supposed to go through is 100% packed with mud. So even if your cooling fan is coming on the backside, it has no ability to pull air through. So what we're going to do is show you how we clean the radiators here at the shop. It's super easy and some great products that we recommend. Alright guys, here's what we use here at the shop. There's 3 different products that we use that have made the job a lot easier for us. So we actually found what's called Nubrite. It's a condenser coil cleaner. You can get it right on Amazon. Actually, all of this stuff is on Amazon, and I'll put affiliate links down there below. If you do purchase it through that link, we do make a small commission. But the point of this video is to help you guys clean your ATV. So we love the condenser coil cleaner. We'll show you in a minute how it bubbles the dirt right out the front of it. We also found that their coil gun is really helpful in dispersing the fluid on the radiator. And there's 5 different settings. So you can do like different ratios. We usually just do the lowest ratio. It does not need a ton of this cleaner. And then the last thing is this wand gun at the end. There's 2. There's air and there's water. So what we like to do is hook this up after it's been soaking, and we can get in there better. And it has that 90-degree angle on the end of it. And it lets that really get in there and push the dirt out. And then once everything is done, this is the air version, so we can dry the radiator out as well. So this has got the same 90-degree end on it. We go right to our air gun here at the shop. So no matter what we're doing, if we're racing dirt bikes, my kids know this. Every weekend I clean the radiator out really good, and then I always use that on the radiator to get all the grass out of it. So let's jump into it and show you how we do this. Alright, that's probably enough. And then all we're going to do now, put our top back on. And if you guys end up buying this tool, we just keep it on E. There's like 5 different power modes for how aggressive the ratio. It says you right on the side here what the ratio is. So now we're just going to come over to the ATV. So now we're just kind of soaking the radiator down. You can see it comes out pretty fast. And this is on the slowest setting, so I really don't think you need much more than this. And you can kind of see the dirty water already coming off the bottom down there. But we just have to give this time now. So you can kind of see it starting to bubble. But it's going to need, we're going to have to do this quite a few times because this radiator has not been cleaned like this ever. It's a 3-year-old 4-wheeler. So it's going to take quite a while of us doing this to get this ATV radiator cleaned out. Oh yeah, now look at it coming out. It's only been 30 seconds and it's already pouring out pretty good. You got to try to get around to every corner, like get the top, in the middle, top corner, all the way down through. And now I'm going to try to get it from the back side. I'm going to try to put a little bit of this on the back side of the radiator. It's really tough with these because there's not a lot of room. And that's where those wand genies come in handy, is you can get in there better. But I'm just going to kind of blast it in from the top corner here. And then this bottom side too. Try to get this down in here, down in the fender. The back side, you also have the radiator cooling fan that's kind of in the way. Yeah, now look at it. It's only been, what, a minute and a half or so? Look at all that mud coming out. And we're not getting the rest of the ATV wet, so it's not like, none of the mud from the fenders is coming off. This is all purely out of just the radiator. And it's going to take quite a while. Alright guys, this has been sitting for only 2.5 minutes, and you can see the dirty water coming out of the, kind of down in the rocks there, how brown that is. That's what's coming out of this radiator. So it's foaming pretty good. We added no other water yet. I want to add water now, but look at how this is bubbling. Isn't that awesome? Look at how it's pulling that dirt right out of the radiator, and it's coming down the front. And so you can see nowhere else on this ATV is wet, so we're not getting dirt out of anywhere but the radiator at the moment. It might get a little wetter because this might be a little wider spray, but I took the end of the coil gun off the end of this, and we're just going to use a hose now to kind of give a little bit of light pressure. You can't use any kind of like steam cleaner or pressure washer on the radiator, because it'll bend your fins right over. But this is a pretty soft hose and we're safe with this. So let's see, Braxton, how this looks as we give it some water, and you're gonna see kind of the mud everywhere. Oh my gosh, look at, I've only blasted for that long. Look how much mud's coming out of the bottom of this thing. And come on in here already. Look how good this already looks. See how it's like back to like what a normal radiator color would be? So we're not done yet, because we have to be able to go all the way through it, but literally we've only been doing this for like 3 minutes so far. I'm just concentrating in the bottom corner. Look at all that mud coming out of there. And you have to go all the way, come up here and show this now. You have to go all the way across, come up higher, and show down in there. You have to go across every single fin. Every single one has to make sure it has airflow, otherwise it's not going to work. So it just takes time. You got to go through it one at a time, all the way across. I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. I just wanted to show it at the bottom how clean it was getting. So now the cleaner's been sprayed in there, we can switch to this, and it's going to be nice and easy. And it really lets us get in there and get every single fin cleaned out. You have to make sure you go to every single fin. Lets you move all the way over to the edges. So like right here, perfect example, where a normal hose wouldn't go into, this fit on the back side of it, and it's letting me get all those extra fins up in those corners, get all the mud out of them. So this tool is really important. You can see the extra mud coming out of there that the hose wouldn't get. Shoots it forever. Look how strong that is. So that really cleans that out. Really gives a good, it's not hurting it, but it's important to have some decent pressure behind it. This is where this tool really comes in handy, because I can get to the back side of the radiator up there in the middle. So it lets me get up in the back side of this, and you can see all that extra mud coming out. It lets us get all around on the inside of there that we would not have been able to get to with a regular hose. We just use this on the back side, and you can see how it's shooting the hay seeds out the front. If you come in here, Braxton, look at all these hay seeds that it shot out the front. So these things aren't going to go through the radiator. They're bigger than the exit hole is. So that's why shooting it from the back toward the front is also super important on these. Okay, so now we're on to round 2 of the cleaner. And if you look in here, Braxton, real quick, you can see I think we're about 1/3 of the way through the radiator. And now it actually looks so clean. Like that got all like that stained mud off the front of it too. So I think we're about 1/3 of the way through on most of these. Some of them are actually looking pretty good all the way through. But let's get another coat of this on there and let it soak for a little bit. Let this kind of pull more of that dirt out of the back. And really make sure you angle behind the bars, because the radiator is a big square in here. And if you're only getting these sections, you're not getting it done. You have to get all the way up in the top, all the way behind the plastic, because it's got this, you know, their design on the front of it. You got to beat it all the way around the back. And no matter the brand of the ATV, it's kind of all the same thing. They all have their design on the front. The new C-Force 800s are pretty cool though, in thousands. You can pull this whole girl right off the front. But so we're gonna let this soak. You can see at my mix ratio how much we're using. So I filled it up to about here. I think I've only been spraying for like 40-50 seconds in total. So it's a pretty heavy ratio of how much cleaner is coming out right now. But let's let it soak for a minute, and then we'll come back and rinse it out again. You can see in round 2 here how much mud water still draining out of this radiator. It's so muddy still. Even though we thought it was kind of good, you can see it bubbling still again, and it's just pulling more and more of that dirt out of there. Alright, you guys can see I'm getting all the way through the radiator, because I'm on the back side of it now, and it's pushing water all the way out through the front of it. So that tells me that we're getting really close. Alright guys, we just did the process 2 times, and you can see how much cleaner it's getting every time we do it. It's getting further back in the radiator. Keep in mind the radiator is like an inch and a half thick, so like you have to get that all the way through it. And the last thing that we would do here at the shop, and it's going to take like 4 or 5 times of doing this, and the phone's going to start to ring here in a minute. So last thing we would do is actually use the pneumatic at the end of it and blow the air through it as well, and really help get that last hay seed and everything else out of there. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it helped. Again, the link's down below. The tools are not expensive to do this, and I highly recommend them. It'll save you so much time. So again, Jared at 3Cs, enjoy the ride, and I'll see you on the trail. Okay, so now we got the pneumatic part of the radiator genie, and you'll see if I squeeze the end of it, super pneumatic, and you can change how much comes out if you turn this dial. We want quite a bit of pressure, so I've got it set pretty aggressive, so I got to hold it. But now we'll come in here, we're just going to wash it. You can see the water coming out, but you can see it, it's going to be super loud, so you'll just kind of hear You can tell we did a good job cleaning it because we have no dirt coming back at us. It's all just clean water and air. So really awesome tool. We recommend it.